Hey everybody, we are very excited to welcome the newest little guy to the team here, and we want to formally introduce him as, we don't have a name yet. That's where you guys come in. We want you to throw in the comments below what you think we should name this guy, and fast, because we need a name pretty dang soon. Puppy, puppy, puppy is not gonna work for much longer. But everybody always asks us, what do you do when you first bring home a puppy? What should I be doing? What do I need to do? Should I let them sleep in bed for the first week so that they get comfortable? Or should we start training, or do we need to wait to start training? These are all really, really, really good questions. And we're gonna talk about what we're doing with this guy in his first 24 hours here. Please, if this is your first time to the channel, hit that subscribe button below. We appreciate everybody that subscribes to the channel. Now, to start with, I need to do a couple things, one of which we got home last night. First thing that we did, let him play a little bit, got some food and water, all of those things, and then the rest of the evening, he slept in his crate. Yes, very first night, right into the crate so that he can learn what the routine is and what the expectations are here. He did not sleep through the night. He got up twice, so not horrible, but still, he needed to potty. His first time away from his litter mates. It was all new to him. And that's just part of raising a puppy. So we did that. Now we are into his first full day, and he is doing really, really well. This puppy came from Lone Duck Outfitters and Kennels in New York. Some of you guys have been following and have seen some of this, but Bob and his team did a great job. He's very well adjusted. He's been happy to be here. He's bold and confident. If you have a puppy that you brought home that is not bold and confident, waiting on these next steps may be okay. We don't want to really make excuses, but at the same time, they have to be ready for what we're asking of them. But this guy's definitely bold and confident and ready to get rolling. Now, we need to, because he's a puppy, all puppies' nails grow really fast, and it's about the time that we need to trim his nails. So I'm going to start here with a quick clip. He is pretty easy to do this sitting up like this. We're just gonna quick go through. We've got a lot of videos on nail trimming, so you should, if you need help, oh, you hush. If you need help knowing how much or how to trim nails, check out one of those. But we're gonna clip through these real quick, and then we're gonna move right into his morning meal. We've held this just a little bit longer. It's, you know, later than what we would normally do a morning meal for him, but I know he's been a good eater and he's good and ready to eat. All right, relax just a little bit. Hey, squirm butt. So we've got, stop now. Just helping slow things down a little bit. He's doing a pretty good job for the most part. A little bit of a crybaby, huh? And then we're gonna grab the Dremel and work through that. Just take those sharp edges off. Get him used to this. It doesn't involve a ton of grinding at this point. His little nails are pretty easy to grind because they're pretty small. You can see how little I'm actually doing per nail. Part of that's because I did a good job trimming them. The other part is it just doesn't take much at this stage in the game. We're going to keep his little nose out of the way. Stop. Some people ask, can we just Dremel or can we just clip? Yes, you can do either, especially in this early stage. But the dremeling, you're gonna have to do drastically more regularly because you can only take off so much dremeling. And if you're trying to take off a whole bunch of nail, it ain't gonna work out too much, especially once the dogs are adults. So that's it. Nails are done. Now, we're gonna move into his training session. And as everybody knows, this is the first step. If you've watched any of our training series, you know this is the first step in our program, which is charging the clicker. Now, I have a fancy schmancy new treat pouch. Thank you very much. Hound Horde, I believe, is who sent this in to us. They sent one for Kat and one for me. These things are pretty cool. I've tried a lot of different treat pouches and most of them are a little bit cumbersome. This silicone thing is really easy to open and get into. So we're gonna try and use it for a little bit here and see if it's something that works out well for us as well. But to charge the clicker, this is very, 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 very simple. Don't overthink this. I've got a kibble. Hey. As he eats it, we click. Yeah, you said, I found the treat pouch already. Good. So I'm getting a small handful. I'm going to feed them to him one at a time here. Hey, hey, hey. Keep you off the treat pouch. We may actually make the treat pouch go away. As you're doing training sessions, yeah, we're going to make the treat pouch go away for this video. When I'm standing, not kneeling right next to him, this will be easier. That's right, okay. So I've got a small handful here. Now, no distraction for him. Evaluate in your sessions, folks. If something's not going right, find a new way to work through it. Don't in those saying goes, beating a dead horse. Trying something repeatedly that's not working. Good. Dropping a couple here, but he's getting them eaten. This can take some puppies a little bit to figure out how to actually, if they've been primarily eating food out of a bowl, it can take, and he's licking. Don't lick, eat, son. So it's taken him just a second to figure this out, but work through it with your puppy, help them. Hey. Oh, got lucky on a freebie over there. Most puppies, it's only going to take 1 or 2 sessions for this. And once they figure it out, it's very, very easy. Good. We're trying to build a positive association with the sound. Good. Every time he's getting a kibble, I'm marking this. Here, eat a couple. He's actually struggling a little bit with the concept of just one that I'm eating it from my fingers. So we have our hand open and he can eat it there. See how we made a couple adjustments to our training session and he's doing drastically better with it. Hey, hey, hey. Right here. Good. Good job. Got just 2 kibble in my hand. 3 this time. 3 this time. Good job. As soon as he's eating, we're clicking to mark that. Again, building a positive association. Now, some people may say, why clickers? Well, clickers are exactly the same. If you listen to this click is exactly the same. This click holds no baggage. And once we build a positive association with the noise itself, we can actually move into marking behaviors, and that's going to show him, hey, right there, it almost takes a snapshot for them in their brain that what I did at that second, that was right, that's what I'm getting rewarded for. Timing is very, very important, and having this clicker to mark exactly when the behavior happens makes that timing much better. Now, some people have said, I don't have a clicker. Can I do something else like say, yes, or good boy, or snap my fingers, or make a whistle cadence? All of those things could be done. They're not going to be as effective as the clicker itself. The reason is they are not as repeatable. Every time you snap your fingers, it sounds a little bit different. If your fingers are dry or your fingers are wet or something, you use a little more pressure one time than the other, it sounds different. So if we can minimize the number of things that are different for our puppy to try and decipher and work through, it's going to help them to train faster. Faster is not always better. We have some people mention that to us, that the slow and steady route can be a good one, but when the slow and steady route in this situation, or the less consistent route, is actually confusing the puppy, I think that it's better off just to move in use that clicker, and you will see some pretty drastic benefits. I think the studies say you can train up to 50% faster with a clicker. Now, the reason that it's faster is because the puppy understands what is going on. They understand what they did if you're using it correctly. Key is that you are marking the behavior. Right now, all we're marking is eating food. So now we're gonna get most of the way through this and we will test it out. I'm gonna show you how to. If your puppy loses focus in this session, this is another thing that happens. Some people will say, hey, I tried charging the clicker, or I tried my training session and my puppy is losing focus mid-session. What we would do is stop the session and end that meal. Right now I'm using this little black lab puppy. Since we don't have a name yet, we need your help for that. I'm using his meal. If he loses focus during this meal, we're going to end it. And what that's going to teach him is that, hey, I need to stay focused for my training sessions. I need to stay, and I have to work for the food. Working is, especially for working dogs, a very natural way for them to think about life. If they aren't working for things, they can become complacent, as well as they can, there you go, buddy. Good. If they aren't working for things, they can end up trying to channel a working type of mentality into other things. Often those things become destructive. So a dog with a good work ethic is an important part of all of the training that they will end up doing later in life. Now you can see he's settled into a sitting position. These things are going to come pretty naturally. I haven't actually asked for a sit, but he's hearing those things and learning that he can be rewarded that way as well. We still have good focus out of him, so I see no reason to cut down the number of reps that we can potentially get from this meal. Good job. Freebie. We're just going to keep repping it out. You can see that happy little butt going. Now, we talked about all of the things that we're doing in the first 24 hours. This is his morning meal here. We're going to repeat this at dinner time, utilizing 2 meals a day. He is just over 8 weeks old and is very much ready for this. Good. If your puppy is not, like I said, hold those meals. And it's not going to take more than 1 or 2 meals being shorted, or even maybe a whole meal missed, for your puppy to be ready to eat, ready to stay focused, and doing a really nice job. Good. Then he needs some exercise. He's going to go out and play. He's going to have a good time doing that. Every time he goes outside, we have a water bucket for him. This helps us to regulate when this little man needs to pee, because we know when and how much he drank. We don't want to leave a bowl out constantly that he has access to. And when you're doing that, a lot of times you're going to end up with a situation where you don't know how much he drank or when he drank last, and you have the potential for more potty accidents. All right, so we're about down to the end of this meal. I've got just the 1 handful left. I just want to evaluate here. We're going to see if he can lose focus from me for just a second. I'm going to click and see if he looks back to me. I'm going to go with not charged yet, right? He didn't really immediately pop his ears up and turn around looking for the next reward, which means that we'll be doing this this evening in his next session. So we have our training session. We have some crate time. What he's going to do after this, get some food, or he's eating food. He's going to get some water. He's going to go out and potty, because what goes in typically must come out in these little guys. Good job. Run around and play for a little bit, and then he's going to go back in his crate for a little nap. And we'll have some playtime this afternoon, another training session, a little playtime this evening. We're talking short sessions of play as well as these short sessions of training, only about 20, 30 minutes. And then he will again try night number 2 in his crate. So I believe that is the end of that. Here, clean that up. There's a lot of dog food stuff in there. Ick. Good. But we have a bold, confident, happy puppy. He's completed his first step, and he's well on his way to completing his first full day here at Standing Stone Kennels. Definitely make sure and throw a name suggestion down there. We're going to be picking one very soon because this next video that we will be doing for you will be showing how we teach sit and then working through multiple other behaviors shortly thereafter. And we need something to call him other than Little Black Lab Puppy. That is all we've got, guys. I'm the guy with the pink gun. This is the Little Black Lab Puppy, and we will see you in the next video.